I first went to see Mark last November. I was deciding to get back into property. I thought I'd use one of these seminars as a way to get a quick summary of what's happening in the real estate industry. And what I saw that day was pretty much what I'd learned and perceived to be the case, and thought I'd take action that day. Mark brought a lot of the figures, a lot of what's going on around, and it made good sense to me. The auction rates were very high, so I thought, yep, real estate is picking up very quickly here. I want to take advantage of the next, couple of years. Well, I put a deposit down on that day, and then later I engaged with Simon from MASSLAND, and I negotiated a volume discount on 5 properties because I really wanted to accelerate my capital growth. After talking with Simon on a number of occasions, he forwarded an article from your property investment magazine, which pretty much states that Glenfield, where I bought the properties, increased 17.28%. Now, the value of the properties that I deposited on was 2.1 million. So you can work out an incredible capital growth only in 9 months right there, let alone what's going to happen in the next year or two. Yeah, so I'm excited about it. Yeah, definitely excited. Today I've just been to Mark's Real Estate University and signed up to do the options. I just want to know a lot more about the terminology and really understand the game more. I already have my eye on a few projects, and given the growth that I've had and the growth that there still is, I decided to put a deposit on another 5 properties today. So yeah, let's get into this. Let's become a property millionaire. Always there when I've approached them. Nothing's a problem. Yeah, just get an answer very promptly, and everything is explained and made to feel secure. Even had a chat with the COO the other day, who assured me of a few things that I had questioned, and so yeah, that's why I'm here today, obviously, because I've got confidence in MASSLAND. 13 years and they've never had a DA fall over, so that's encouraging. And I'm the CEO of my own little business, and I don't have the time to do all that stuff. So I find that MASSLAND is the one who is already out there, and they're offering what I call wholesale prices. So I'm just tagging in on what the big guns are doing and all the research that they've already done. So it's exciting to team up with MASSLAND, I would say. In an Australian term, I would say bust my ass and get a property. I mean, whatever you can do. Sometimes you think probably I can't do it, but take action. Very important to take action, and it doesn't have to be 5 properties. Just take action. Do something. Do 1 or 2. Access some equity somewhere. Absolutely. I've got big goals. I've got really big goals. I want the Lamborghini, the whole thing. Today I just saw that I could have that Lamborghini in 2 years when I've got enough investment properties. Yeah. So I'm excited, and I'll keep going here. Other benefits like the tax, I've got to write a huge tax check this week, and so with these investment properties, the tax benefits are incredible. So I'll be looking forward to writing a lot less tax check next year. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, looking forward to the options course. as I said, I've got a couple of little projects that I've been looking at, but if I was to bring MASSLAND to check it out and see if it qualified, then I would know that I'm on the right path, but also I wouldn't have time to do the project. So even though I've spotted it, I'd probably appreciate taking the MASSLAND approach of getting them in and showing them what I've found and see if we can partner up, because I wouldn't have the time to deal with it, but obviously they do. Absolutely, it's a main benefit, but it's also, I do keep an eye on it. I keep a close eye. I know when to buy and when to sell. And but I just use MASSLAND as a checking mechanism to see if I'm right. And that's how I arrived at the first seminar. I knew that it was time to do something. And he just reaffirmed, Mark reaffirmed everything that I was seeing in the marketplace and hearing, and I knew that I had to take action that day. Probably a whole lot more. You do get bored with your own career and you're looking for something extra to put your mind to, something new to learn. So from that perspective, I will definitely be keen to see where the options course takes me.